An old synagogue in Krakow.
In the 16th century in Poland, it sounds like Poland was the place to be. It was a welcoming place, so that's why the Jewish people originally settled here.
This is the oldest synagogue in Poland. We are entering the ghetto area.
The ghetto only existed for 2 years. 1941, they forced everyone to move here. And then in 1943, they liquidated the ghetto, and so they made decisions here about who was going to stay in Krakow and who was going to be on their way to concentration camp. Chairs are meant to represent those people that died. So this is a map to kind of give some perspective, and we are standing right here.
Two sections of the ghetto, Section A and Section B. People in Section A were marched to a labor camp nearby. People living in Section B, which were mostly women, children, elderly, and the sick, were murdered on site or transported to Auschwitz. So we're outside the ghetto area right now, huh? The inside is there.
I wonder if the kids that play here have any idea.
Yeah. We found this mural here, which is quite interesting. Right now we are on a bus. We're going to visit Auschwitz. We've made it. There's lots of buses here. No, we just passed through the gates of the museum, and the interesting thing that we've been talking about is a town right across the street. I pictured it'd be out in the field somewhere, but it's not. That was terrible. There are many things we didn't record due to respect human remains and property and places where people were killed. Well, we're not done yet. We're going to a place called Birkenau. Where
this
more?
place was not big enough, so they built another one.
We've arrived at Birkenau, the second part of Auschwitz, the biggest part of Auschwitz.
Camp was created by Auschwitz prisoners and also by Soviet prisoners of war. And from 1942, this can become the biggest center of mass extermination European Jews. So now we are going to see unloading camp, place where Jewish transports were unloaded, where SS doctors conducted selections among newcomers. At the end of this road, you will see the memorial which was unveiled to commemorate all victims of Auschwitz camp. Here in Birkenau, for the first time after several days of transportation, the shuttle cars were unloaded one by one. 80–90% of newcomers were sent after the selection straight to the gas chambers. Of course, people sentenced to death did not realize that they were going to the gas chambers, because they were informed that they were going to have a shower with disinfectant.
That's one of the crematoriums over there. The Nazis destroyed it when the war was ending. Another crematorium over there. And this is the memorial to the 1.5 million that died here.
It was built to commemorate all victims of Auschwitz camp. On the monuments were the plates with the same inscription in 22 languages. These were the languages of the victims. So if from your country people were deported to Auschwitz, you can find the same inscription in your language. This little construction symbolizes crematorium chimney.
It says, "Forever let this place be a cry of despair and a warning to humanity, where the Nazis murdered about 1.5 million men, women, and children, mainly Jews from various countries of Europe. Auschwitz-Birkenau, 1940 to 1945. It's enormous. I know. And that at this one, 90% of the people that showed up were sent straight to the gas chambers.